So, as I was investigating the Gypsy Rose Blanchard case, I wanted to look at the arrest footage of Gypsy Rose and Nicholas Godejohn, since she got arrested in 2015 for the murder of her mother that she committed but not herself. She manipulated Nicholas Godejohn into doing it. So I think it is very important for us to look at the arrest footage and to see what else we can find out about their situation at the current time at the house. But unfortunately, we don't have that footage. I guess it is because the case of Nicholas Godejohn is still pending and he is going to appeal his sentence. So let's look at the first news coverage of their arrest. So let's see what the neighbors have to say about Gypsy Rose and maybe something about both of them when they were living there.
Gypsy Rose Blanchard has been back in the national spotlight in a big way following her release from prison late last month. Blanchard, who pled guilty to having her mother murdered, is the subject of a docu-series and interviews with the national media.
Now, why the hell is that? Why is she famous? Because she clearly pled guilty.
Color 10's Parker Paget is live in Greene County after talking with former neighbors who say all the attention has brought unusual attention to the usually quiet neighborhood.
I haven't heard this one before, so I'm very interested in what he has to say.
Now, we're actually down the street from that home out of respect for its current owners, who tell me they've had to turn to law enforcement to protect any shred of privacy. Neighbors near here tell me they're worried when the fascination with this case will end.
So it now has a new owner and they cannot have a bit of privacy because Gypsy Rose has made a complete mess out of this situation. She could have just left and run away, just like Nicholas Godejohn suggested they should do.
I just feel like people should really just move on and find something else to, you know, I guess, I don't know what they're doing. Is it idolizing it?
Yeah, that is exactly the reason why we are making these videos, to stop idolizing a murderer. There is absolutely no reason why should she be in a Lifetime show and be interviewed by Kim Kardashian. Maybe this would stop the fascination, but again, I think that this will go into history as a case of complete injustice against a disabled man and a mother.
I don't know. But I don't know, there's better things out there.
So this clearly is the neighbor of Gypsy Rose Blanchard, or at least a very close residence near their house. And you can see how the neighborhood looks like. It is a very close community and people know each other, obviously.
Thomas Pengilly has lived in the neighborhood for nearly a decade and says anytime there's an update in the Gypsy Rose Blanchard case, strangers appear.
I feel like people that are coming to look at a house like that probably don't have the best intentions.
Well, I don't know, it is kind of why do you look into true crime like it's funny, but it's more like the fascination between and trying to find the reason why is the mind of these individuals so twisted that they have committed these crimes, and then they think that if they could visit the house, maybe they could find some clues into maybe get some closure or to understand how this could have happened. I don't really think it is malicious.
The home near Highway 13.
And then you can see the house they lived in. Do you see that in the background? I really wonder how many of those stories are true, that she was abusing her and all that stuff, the beating. Look at her, okay, they received it fraudulently, but she made sure that Gypsy lived in a very beautiful house that many kids could only dream of. She did it out of love, is what I would suggest. But of course, Didi is not here to defend herself, and it is Gypsy's word against no one.
In I-44 was the center of a bizarre case in 2015 when Gypsy and Nicholas Godejohn conspired to kill Gypsy's mother.
They did not conspire. She manipulated him and threatened him to withdraw love if he did not comply with her demands. She admitted to this in court that she was the one who came up with the idea.
Didi Blanchard.
I've seen cars on several different occasions just parked up on the little hill right there, looking at the house with like their cell phones and stuff.
I spoke to the current owners off camera. They say they've seen people in their yard late at night taking photos and videos of their home and have filed for a letter of enforcement.
I kinda do understand why he's upset, because I would not like people photographing my home when I'm just resting. So yeah, I think it is the morbid curiosity in people. And try to make sense of the situation. How could this have happened?
Which the Greene County Sheriff's Office has confirmed they've made.
The letter of enforcement of trespass is to give law enforcement a fortified backing to let them know that this is a legitimate claim.
David Ranson, an attorney, tells me it's unfortunate the current owners had to take this measure.
It is difficult to really understand why people find these types of things to be kind of a dark memory of a tourist attraction, but everyone should really have respect for the privacy of other people.
Well, yes, I can agree that they have nothing to do with what happened. They are just neighbors. But it is the fact that this is complete injustice. And please leave a comment. Tell me what you think. Do you think that they are justified into complaining and there should be anyone who is making photos of this scene?
And the use of their property now that there's now a new homeowner.
I would not like to live in a house like that, where something like that happened. Makes you wonder, why don't they just destroy these houses? Again, please leave a comment.
Ranson says trespassing is a Class B misdemeanor that can carry a fine. Reporting live in Greene County, Parker Paget, Color 10 News.